I was a young boy.
Oh, hello.
Hi, welcome
Welcome
back.
back.
It's the Noob Nation.
Welcome back,
Ah,
Noob Nation.
that's something we haven't said in a long while, and
That's true, actually. Fucking Noob
anyway,
Nation.
another tier list, Mr. Liam. One
Yeah.
I've been well excited for a
It's one that
while.
it's one that we were like, oh look, we'll do all the armies, and then like we've got the bonuses. We'll do those. We've had that in the works like since we started doing the tier
Yeah,
list, and it's only now that we're like, oh, let's actually finally do this.
let's do something other than the factions because doing them gets a little bit boring. So I personally like to spice it up.
Yeah, and
So
we're
I'm like,
very nearly done the factions, but
yeah,
you know,
we're so close to finishing that we will not finish. We'll do a Zorp,
yeah,
and we won't finish
completely
what we promise
abandoned.
we will. I want to do a, Patreon thank you thing right now instead of at the end of the video.
Ooh, spicing it up.
Changing it up. Look at those new
I agree,
Patreon
though.
camera angles and um
Nothing is new in this video
absolutely
that
nothing.
the
I'm still
Patreon has
lying on my
given.
bed and Liam's just vibing with Mr. Assassin's Creed.
Yeah,
Um,
he's been there the whole time. I've
I'm
also
Sam
got
Reich and I've been here the whole time.
I've
Oh,
got a it's Mr. Satan
oh.
from Dragon Ball.
Oh.
I'm Sam Right gonna be here the
Anyway,
whole time.
Patreons, they're somewhere here.
They're
And you guys do a
fantastic.
wonderful job. We appreciate every single one of you.
Appreciate the living heck out of you guys.
We truly do. You guys have kept us going. So
We've got
thank you.
the motivation to keep going, and there are the funds to keep going, which is also good.
Yes, honestly.
Um, but
We can
yeah,
we can both take time off work to actually do stuff for the channel now, which is nice.
literally, yeah,
Which
it
is
actually
very good.
pays for us to actually be able to like sit there and edit instead of
Yeah.
working, which is lovely.
Without the
Um,
Patreon, I would be bankrupt because of mortgages and stuff. Anyway, enough about that. Thank you,
yay.
Patreons. Where
Um, wow, amazing.
congratulations. Amazing.
Oh,
Uh
we're really good at this. We're really good at this YouTube stuff. Wow, I can't believe it. We've only been doing this for almost 2
almost
years now.
2 years. Well, we're gonna have to film our Gondor
Yeah,
Isengard
yeah,
yearly bat rep soon.
we are. Yeah. Oh, it's gonna be fun. I
Hopefully
love
I
that it's
can
like
get the hat
talking
trick,
about it.
but knowing me in this hobby, I never get the hat trick. It's the hat trick
Oh,
for me.
yeah. I think we'll let us change lists this time as well, just so we're not fucking throwing the same thing up against each other and having the exact same thing happen. That'd be nice. Because
Fair.
holy shit, the amount of times I've versed that list where I was just like, I'm just gonna shoot Boromir, nothing. I get it at like 3 wounds or 1 wound or 2 wounds.
Mahu's going to get to the back of the table and do nothing.
Yeah. Although to be
Oh,
fair, he almost killed Dennis on that first time. Anyway,
all right,
we've been
get up.
rambling too long for what already is going to be a very long video.
Yes,
Here we goes. We're doing faction tier army bonuses. That one.
army bonus tier list.
Army bonus tier list. And we're kicking it off with the original gang, the OGs,
The
Fellowship.
oh, the
The
ones
one we
that
haven't
started it all.
people we haven't done an actual tier list on either yet.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is one of the
I
few
really
ones that we have left that we haven't
I
done.
like these cute little things that you made. They're quite
I
nice.
made I gave them the little symbols that they've got in the books. I almost didn't fuck it up for like some of them. It's great.
It's very well done. I appreciate the effort that you put in. This is Patreon money at its finest.
Yeah, this is the Patreon effort, obviously. Oh, hang on. Speaking of
Ooh,
Patreon, that one person will get mad if we don't have
the hole,
the Hobbit holes.
the Hobbit holes.
But yeah, the
Ah,
Fellowship Armor bonus.
you have my sword, as it is
That's what it's
affectionately known
actually
as.
called. No, that's what
Yeah,
it's actually called as, not affectionately called
no,
known as.
it's you've got my dick. That's what it's
Got
affectionately
my
known as.
dick.
As long as
Yeah,
Frodo
so
was alive, you get some cool things.
you're fearless, you don't break, And it's fine.
Yeah. Look,
It's
actually, this is before we dive in. I just wanted. Are we looking at these in terms of like if another army got something like this, or just the army
I
bonus in a
think
vacuum?
it's gotta be a bit more in the vacuum because there's a lot of armies that like can't function without their army bonus or like
Mm,
function really badly without their army bonus. And I think
yeah.
that's where the kind of like, is it a good army bonus? Is
It's
it
kind of like
like something that's
you don't care if you've got it or not. I think
yeah,
that's
like is it gonna be something that's really good and like really necessary, or is it something that's like, yeah, look, it's good or it's fine or it's shit.
but
Like,
you're happy to lose it if you want some allies or something. Yeah, yeah, fair enough. Awesome.
yeah.
Well, I think this one is up there. Maybe I say
It's
up there.
definitely up there.
Uh,
It's a solid army bonus if you're running the fellowship.
yeah, if you're running the
Whereas
fellowship, you're not gonna say no. I'm not using the army bonus. It's
I I do think it is one of the ones you could take or leave though, realistically. Like,
well,
you ally these boys into like Rivendell or whatever. It
yeah,
doesn't matter that you've got this army bonus because it doesn't
no,
do anything because it has to be solely fellowship models. It's like, okay, cool. Or you ally them into, like Lothlorien or Rohan or
or
whatever.
whoever. Yeah, I
Like,
think I think it just sits B. I think
yeah,
it's fine and
like
dandy.
the feelers are not breaking. Like, it can
Actually,
come in
that
clutch sometimes.
that non-breaking thing has pissed me off. There's a game I
Yeah,
had against Aaron where I just crumbled him, but I didn't break him, so I
but
still
you
lost the
didn't
game.
kill. You didn't
It was
kill
like
Frodo. It was the one model that lived.
sick. That was good. Yeah, so just a
But
nice cheeky B tier
I
for
think it's a
this.
solid B tier. Solid
A
B tier.
solid B tier. Um,
The Shire. Woodland
Woodland
creature.
creature. I don't care.
No, I don't think about it. I do think that it helps the Shire, to be fair, quite a bit, just
It,
purely on the fact that they are only moving 4, and so
and when you
having the ability to ignore some difficult
yeah,
terrain is quite nice.
and when you got so many models, odds are you're probably going to be walking through a couple of forests as opposed to wanting to
Yeah,
walk around them. So I think
absolutely.
it is solid, but I think if you want to ally the Shire into something, I don't think you're gonna really care if you lose woodland creature.
Not particularly, no. Like the hobbits already get such other really cool special abilities on them
Yeah,
anyway. Like the fact that all of them have resistance to magic is really good.
yeah,
The fact that like Merry gives them like +7 fucking courage and all that shit. Like,
yeah. It's
um,
it's all their heroes with all their wacky special rules that they come with. They've got a lot, and woodland creatures kind of just like, cool. I've got it. It functions. Hooray!
yeah, I think it's another solid B tier.
I think
Like
it's a solid B, solid B.
like if there was other armies that got that bonus, that would also be really good. Like,
Yeah,
it's not a bonus that you scoff at, but it's definitely like, look, you can take it or leave it.
yeah. Now this next one,
I
fucking,
it's
it's S. It
S
turns
tier,
these boys
essential.
into,
An army.
oh yeah, incredible. Like
Like, without this army bonus, honestly, Rangers don't function.
no,
Like,
that
one
two
attack, one
attack
attack.
is yeah. Woodland
Yeah,
creature,
if they
one
only had
attack,
one attack,
so good.
oof.
I whenever I've wanted to, when I did own the army, which you are now the proud owner of, I hope you're proud anyway. Whenever I wanted
Uh,
to ally these lads into another army that was a yellow alliance or something, it was always like, I can't
you
justify
can't do it.
losing. It's not worth it.
No,
So
the only like benefit, like the only time you would ally them into another unit is like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna throw Halbarad in there, or like
mm,
I'm just gonna throw Arathorn in or whatever. Like,
yeah,
it's not something you don't ally in a bunch of Rangers and Dunedain into a yellow alliance because they're trash without 2 attacks.
yeah, they really need that
Like,
to attack. So this not only does it need it as an army, but it is just a very, very, very good special rule
yeah, no,
or
I think
army
I think
bonus.
I think it is S tier. Yeah, I guess our first S tier.
Now we can combine these next two because they're the exact same.
They are identical. Yeah.
And
Minister of the Numenor.
on paper, I read it and I go, eh. But
Oh man,
playing Minas Tirith
no,
a lot recently, that +1 courage is
incredible.
fucking massive. Now, people are probably going to say, "Oh, but Sean, you hate war horns." Yeah, but I'm not paying
It's a
30
free
fucking
warhorn.
points for this shit. Like,
Yeah, it's a free warhorn, is what it is.
I'm not paying 30 points. +1 courage is incredible. War horns are incredible, but they're not worth 30 points. This
No,
army bonus is incredible, especially on Minas Tirith. I can't speak much for Numenor, but for Minas Tirith,
I mean it
I
slaps
adore this
just as
army bonus.
hard. It's not
Yeah.
just as it slaps just as hard. Like one of the problems with Numenor is, well, like I mean, obviously their low defense is garbage. But like you've got captains that are only courage 4, like that's
Mm.
pretty shit. Courage 5 captains though, and courage 4 fucking warriors. Ooh, because you don't have any other way to get past courage otherwise.
No.
They don't
And
even have access to a warhorn either. Like they need this army bonus just to actually like get past terror.
you've got two of the biggest hardest hitting heroes in the game that are now courage 7 as well.
Yeah, who
Big.
aren't normally fearless,
No.
but now courage 7 basically essentially makes them fearless, which is fun.
Yeah, which is huge. So I think
I
high
think it's
A
A tier for both of them.
high A, low S tier for them for me.
Yeah, A tier for both of them, easy. Like it's definitely like, I mean, for Gondor, I think you can lose it sometimes because like
You've got a bunch of
it's
bodyguard running around.
exactly.
So yeah.
You're not too fussed by it. I think it's way better in Numenor just purely on the fact that they don't have any other like bonuses that give them that. Like even Minas Tirith has access to a warhorn if you do ally them out. Yeah. But yeah, fuck, it's so good. I love the army bonus.
Fiefdoms is an
Fiefdoms.
interesting one.
Honestly, probably one of the best ones, to be fair.
It's the Angmar of good. I think I've heard. Was it you who said that?
Maybe it might have been. That sounds like something dumb.
I'm not sure if I 100% agree with that, but this is the synergy army in good.
It's a really solid synergy army, which is what
and this
Angmar
army
is.
bonus spikes that up drastically, which is awesome.
Well, it creates it essentially. Like it creates that synergy because, like, obviously, like, yeah, they have the bonuses regardless, but the fact that all of them can have that bonus, yeah, it's pretty fucking good.
That's pretty nice. You got fucking Swan Knights with re-rolling ones to wound because of old mate Fatty.
You
got
everyone
Fearless.
treating him. Fearless. Everyone treating Emerald as a banner. Win his garbage, good. But that's fine.
I want him to be good. We were talking about this just before we filmed this. Gildor. I want Gildor to be really good. I want him to be good, but he's just not there. And Dunharrow the same for me. He's just
Dunharrow's army bonus. Like Dunharrow's little asterisk doesn't affect anyone, but his lads, which it already affects. Like it does fuck all. It's so dumb. It's the stupidest little synergy that they don't use. Like, oh man. Anyway, it's still very good. I think it's definitely upper A tier. I think.
Yeah.
Like just the fact that it really like synergizes the whole army together is really, really good.
Yeah. Makes it a nice cohesive force. It's a good representation of what the fiefdoms are, which is like a whole bunch of different fiefs. Yeah. And then them coming together and unifying and bringing all their differences together.
Exactly.
It's beautiful.
A cultural melting pot.
That was beautiful. It brought a tear to my eye.
Better Dunharrow. Actually really solid as well.
I really do enjoy these army bonuses. The whole actually it's more or less the
hero-less
Druadan, but the hero-less, ruffians get it, Druadan get it. I do rate this, so
but it's also
Harbinger.
Yeah, Harbinger is really, really good on an all terror army, giving your hero, your leader, your solid little boy Harbinger, and then being an all terror army. It's also one of the few
all of them having Blades of the Dead.
Yeah, exactly.
Big, very big. So I rate this one quite highly.
Yeah, it's also one of the few good list harbingers as well. Like it's harbinger from the King of the Dead, and then there's Galadriel's like not harbinger but 6-inch kind of
Yeah.
debuff as well. Like it's only the only ones that I can think of. Oh, and like Aura of Dismay, obviously, but that's not really harbinger. That's just causing terror.
It's
So anyway, I think it's
lower A, upper B,
low A.
low A, low
Low
A.
A. Like the only thing like the captainless warbands, like they're good. It makes the army possible, which is good. Well, it makes the army possible outside the leader and the heralds and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But it's the it's giving the king harbinger that bumps.
That's the big one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Now
what the fuck's Arnor's again? Where's my thing?
Arvadui's 6-inch fearless bubble, basically.
Oh yeah, big.
It also makes the army 100%. Like you've got courage 2 on your fucking warriors. Like you need this to actually have the army function.
Yeah, it's massive.
It's honestly huge. Like Angmar Arnor's one of the few armies that kind of probably also needs a warhorn from the fucking hobbits as well that you can get into them. Just purely on the fact that like if you're outside of that 6-inch bubble, like you're really struggling to charge. The lowest courage like good models in the game, it's insane. Especially if they have Harbinger. Fuck that.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
walk into an army of Harbinger and this army crumbles.
Unless you've got this special rule
in
this army bonus, which I think it bumps it. I think it's above the courage on Minas Tirith, but probably below the
Numenor.
courage on
I can respect it. I can respect it.
Actually, it's fearless. Surely it's above both of the courages. Yeah, fuck it. Both of the courage buffs. It's a good one. It actually is a really solid one. Rohan
plus one strength on the charge.
Fucking huge.
Yeah, especially when you combine it with axes, which you just give to your riders, or they come with, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So potentially, was that strength 5?
Yeah,
pretty fucking good.
Really, really quite nice. It's only cavalry models, so you can't get it on your what are they fucking called? Helmingers and shit like that, which otherwise you get fucking strength 6, and that would be insane.
Yeah, that would be a bit bonkers.
But you can get strength 6 from the Sons of Eorl. Boom. Oh, I love Sons of Eorl.
There's your loophole. Yeah, no, I really like this one. But in saying that, if I allied these into an army that wasn't green, I could go without it.
You absolutely can. It really helps the hitting power of the army in terms of like they don't have lances, so giving them a strength 4 is really good, and then helps the hitting power of the heroes who don't have any lances or anything like that. But I think you can ally into yellow without this army bonus. I don't know why you would. I don't know. There's not a lot of yellow Rohan that I would do, to be fair, but I think it definitely sits like up B tier.
Upper B, lower A, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Oh, Wildmen of Druadan. Similar.
Lower A.
Lower, yeah. Similar to Doozy Hacky. Did a Dunharrow with the no captain warbands. But Stalk Unseen is very nice, and your opponent doesn't benefit from any Elven Cloak or Stalk Unseen, so it's anti that as well, which is very nice.
That's true. I mean, you're only 12-inch shooting anyway, though, so it's not exactly like
it's not sensational, but it's there. They do get Mountain Dweller. Cool. I guess.
Do they?
Yeah.
Oh, they do. Yeah. Okay.
Mountain Dweller do not benefit Stalk Unseen.
Really doesn't pop up much, though. To be fair, they've got Mountain Dweller and Wooden Creature, so it does help them negate a lot of difficult terrain.
Now,
I mean, Druadan in general is just a bad list.
Yeah. So I've been looking at writing my old list that I used to run back in the day before army bonuses were a thing, which was Gwaihir, a couple of Eagles, and a couple of Wildmen. And I want to run it again. And you know what? I really don't care that I lose the army bonus.
No. I mean, other than the fact The only loss in that is that you can only take 12 Druidan.
Yeah, that's it. So I think it limits me to like 650 points or something, if I'm not
Oh, sorry,
mistaken.
15 because he's almost
Yeah, because
Valor,
it's
but
yeah.
still.
So yeah, it's solid.
Eh.
If you're running in pure, it's good. But I honestly think it sits C tier. I think it's just
Actually, yeah, much like the rest of Druidan, actually. I think it's just shit.
it's
Because
just
Druidan
like
is shit.
it's a bit whatever.
I'll put a B just purely on the fact that you can run the army because of it, which
Fair.
is always helpful.
Our favorite one, Liam.
Oh my god, I hate this army bonus so
So
much. Okay.
S tier name.
S tier name, S tier reason for existing, like that scene in the start of the Fellowship is incredible. I love it.
Yeah, but it
Uh,
lives in the
It's the
hole.
whole. It's such a shit army bonus.
It's
Your army leader has to be right next to all of your archers. They have to not move, and then you can re-roll to hit when you're already hitting on threes. Like you maybe get an extra 2-3 shots out of it, but you've sat still with like Elrond or fucking Gil-galad or Glorfindel, whoever's your leader at the time.
See, I like running the Riv Knights recently. I've used the army bonus.
Yeah,
I've used it basically every game, but it's usually for that first turn of shooting,
that's it. That's the
and
one
that's
time you
it.
use it. You use it on like maybe the first turn. If you're really like sitting still and it's not an objective game, maybe you use it for 2 turns. But like
And
even
that's
then, like
yeah.
that's
Even then, like I didn't really need it, but it was there as an option, and because I was sitting still, I used it. But that meant cool. I've now got to keep my leader being Elrond at the time not doing anything that turn. He's got to stay behind, and it's just yeah,
like it's forcing you to be stationary, and like it gives you like a potentially maybe like 1 or 2 extra hits, maybe 3. Like I don't know what
and I
the
get
actual math is on it, but like
yeah, I get
it
that it's
can help.
probably meant to be just like a one turn thing because in the prologue of Fellowship, it's that first. I say first, it's that volley of arrows before the charge happens. So
Yeah,
I'm like, I can see it possibly meant to be a one turn thing, but the fact that it's a one turn thing in game is really disappointing. Uh, so it
it
just
just
sits in
yeah.
the hole. I do not give
I like
shit if I lose it.
I've never looked at Rivendell in a Yellow Alliance and gone, "Oh no, I lose their army." No, that doesn't happen.
No,
Not
not at all.
even
It's
close.
yeah.
An army bonus that I do care about losing is Lothlorians because your entire army being resistant to magic.
See,
Oh,
I kind of don't care.
I
I re
really rate it.
I really like
Only
maybe now that like magic is starting to creep its way into our meta. Like the last tournament I was at in Gladstone, all but one army I faced was heavy magic,
yeah,
and so
there's a lot of
Bears
heavy
was
magic
that.
around.
So and so having Lindir for that resistant to magic was very nice. So I can see
Well,
why
it's
this is very
yeah.
very good. But if I'm playing an army and I decide to Yellow Alliance, it doesn't stress me out if I lose it, but it is very good, and I definitely get that.
It's saved my ass like so many times when I've played them. Like the amount of times where it's just like, oh, I've got like my banner or like my like this one random fucking wood elf or whatever. Oh, the Witch Kings come in and try to black dart or compel or whatever to get like my banner away or to destroy it or whatever. I just go, oh, here we go. I've resisted it. Fuck you. Like just warriors just being able to go, well, fuck you. See you later. Like, oh, it's so good.
Yeah,
It's so good.
I definitely chuck it up into high A tier.
I think it's. I think it sits here. I think it's better than Courage on Minas Tirith, but not quite as good as Courage on
Fair,
Numenor.
fair,
Just
fair, fair.
purely on Numenor having that. Ooh, that
Ooh,
bad Courage.
ooh, ooh, very
um,
new.
man,
Fangorn.
Fangorn's an interesting one.
Basically, you just can't move these lads. That's
Yeah, they also get Fearless, which is not useful. Like it's kind of useful because they're all Courage 6 and 7 and shit anyway. So,
Yeah.
like, really, is it like that often that your courage 6 ent fails a test? Probably not.
And
But
if you
yeah,
do, it
like,
hurts.
yeah, oh yeah, it would. It absolutely would. But like, it's like, oh look, okay, I can get hit, I could get moved by Sorcerer's Blast or like Compel or whatever. But like, for the most part, like my lads, I
Yeah.
guess like it really can help. Like it can really help because it's like there's so many like models, there's so many like fucking abilities and that kind of stuff with like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna move you around or I'm gonna yeah, and when you've only got like 4 models, like that sucks.
Mm.
But like, I don't know. It's an interesting one.
Does does I'm assuming Sorcerer's Blast does knock him over.
It
Oh
no,
no! It doesn't knock them over. It just they're not allowed.
they
Yeah,
take the
because they're
hit.
strength 6+. That's right.
Yeah, yeah. They
Yep,
they
yep,
take the
yep.
hit from it still, but they just can't be moved back from it or anything like that. And like Nature's Wrath and Wrath of the Brunnen, it was very good to be avoided. But like other than like Vanquishers and some Rivendell lists, like you're not
Yeah,
really running into that very often.
and
Uh,
honestly, even when you are like, uh, from my time running Rivendell and versing other Rivendell players, Rathabrunnen, it doesn't come up often.
And
It
the other thing as well, like unless they're really positioning, like, and you're not like kind of clumped in,
Yeah,
like fucking Treebeard has 6 will. Like if they want to fucking throw Wrath of the Brunnen at him, he's fuck you. I'll just use like 3 of them. Like
yeah,
he doesn't give a shit. I don't
yeah.
know.
Look,
It's
I
fine.
could go without it.
I think it's above Druiden, but
Yeah,
you
I'll
know,
give him that.
it's fine.
Oh, the Eagles! The Eagles are coming.
Oh, Misty Mountains. The Eagles are coming.
The Eagles are coming. Oh, look, uh, it doesn't give as much as Rohan. It's the same
No.
thing. I feel like in most cases, when you are strength 6, that's usually enough to get the job done.
Yeah, like there's not a lot of like I guess like coming up against dwarves, like you're winning them on 4s instead of 5s, but like for the most part,
Yeah,
like the majority of armies are going to be D6 anyway. Like strength 7 isn't going to like D5 armies, I guess it helps as well, but like
yeah.
the uneven defenses don't pop up as much.
It's it's fine, but I hate the 2 attack Eagles +1 strength. It hurts because it
It
has to be
really
on the
does.
charge. Everything about
Yeah.
this army is about charging. But once you've charged,
Yeah,
good
as soon
luck.
as you get counter charged, like
It
fucking Eagles just have a shit time.
Yeah. I think this is our first C, to be honest.
Yeah,
I
yeah, no,
couldn't care
I
less.
reckon.
Yeah.
I reckon you're right. Now re-rolling ones in Khazad-dum and Moria.
Very
Well,
good.
I rate it. I think it's solid. The problem I have with this army bonus is that
Remembering.
I literally always forget. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter how many times I've played Khazad-dum, I forget every single fucking time.
I feel like whenever I verse someone playing Khazad-dum, I'm the one reminding them that they can reroll ones.
Man,
It
does not pop up
it
like in my brain.
For whatever reason, it's just so forgetful. And honestly, for that, I could yellow ally, red ally, and not give a shit about this
Yeah,
army
just
bonus.
purely on the fact that it's
Like,
just you're probably not using it anyway. Like you probably are. Just purely on the
there's
fact that you
probably people
forget.
saying that it's going to be it is amazing, which
Oh, it
rerolling ones
is.
is great. It's like
Like
poison. It's really, really good.
for an
But I
army that like
just
is
forget
strength
it.
4 and that kind of stuff, like most of the time you're wounding on like 5s and stuff like that. So like if you're able to make that, 3 different dice rolls that you can roll and still possibly get the wound result out of, rather than 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, really good. But I just forget it all the fucking time.
I yeah. I could go without it, so I think it sits in B. I really
I think
do.
it's up top of B for sure.
Yeah.
I think if I actually remembered it, it might even be A tier. But man, just so fucking forgetful of that army bonus.
Yeah. Oh,
With
Barad-dûr.
medieval, Barad-dûr's a fucked army bonus.
I hate this one because whenever I see Sauron on the table, I go, cool, let me break the army and
Yeah,
I'll win from there. And then you remember, hang on a minute,
I
the
have to
army's not
actually wound this
broken. I
card.
have to wound this
Like,
fucker. I think for that
yeah,
alone, it jumps. I think it's S. It's
I think it
really
has
good.
to be. Like,
It's
it makes him.
frustratingly good.
He's 24 warband, which is like sick in its own
Oh,
right.
I forgot about that. That's also
Uh,
very good.
and then just the fact that it's like, oh yeah, cool, you just don't break unless you kill Sauron, and then like, you might get that odd game, maybe like every like 100th game or whatever, where you're like, oh, Sauron died in the first turn, and now my army's broken. Like, now my army's completely broken, even though I've got all these models left.
Is this the one? This is the one that you don't get VPs. Yeah, because isn't there
It's
one that
not broken. Like he is the army's not broken even if he's the only person on the board. It's much like
is
Frodo. Like you don't
yeah?
get broken
Isn't
VPs
there
for it.
one from memory that they don't count as broken, but you still get the VPs for breaking
That's
them?
Isengard. That's
That's
Isengard.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. But
Um,
yeah, this
they don't have
Barad-dûr.
to make tests in Isengard, but yeah.
Okay, yep. I get you. I remember now. Yeah, this one's very good. Oh,
Yeah, just like
fucking
having to try and get through Sauron, it was just
yeah,
such a bastard.
fucking dickhead. If you run Sauron, just don't, please.
Just
Um,
he's a bastard to get through.
just a bust. Only Cal can run Sauron in my eyes. Anyone else running Sauron is a meta cheese gamer.
Cal's still a bastard though, so it's fine.
One that one that we love dearly. Um, Angmar.
Angmar.
I
Yeah.
really rate this. I really rate their army bonus.
It's a solid army bonus. It really
It's
is.
fucking cooked.
It's
Just
yeah.
turning your 5, 6 point orcs into terror models. Oh,
It can really mess some people up, especially
oh,
like you've got like the army wants to have a heap of spirits anyway. So like for the most part, you're probably getting that across the board because you've got
yeah.
whites, you've got your Witch King, you've got Gulliver, like all these lads are giving you that 3-inch bubble. And then like just spam orcs. Oh, they're all terrifying. And I've got Harbinger on like everyone as well. Oh, and I've also got like Drain Courage and fucking Instill Fear and Sap Will. Like, fuck you, you're not charging me half the
So
time. Unless I want you to.
my first time versing Angmar, before I really looked into army bonuses because I'd just gotten back into the hobby just as like army bonuses became a thing. Um, and I was versing Justin Tricker, and I was
Oh,
shooting the fuck out of him with Dale. He had picked up the prize in heirlooms. I was shooting the fuck out of him. I got this, no problem, easy peasy. I'll shoot him. There's an hour and a half, hour 45 on the clock. We're laughing. And I whittled him down to next to nothing. I was like, cool, there's 15 minutes. I just need to get that one orc. I can get him this turn. We're giggling. Charge. Oh, your courage won, Sean. Huh? And all my orcs are terror. Oh,
what? Oh,
oh,
oh, okay.
cool. I lose the game now, thanks. So
Yeah. It's like properly like if you don't have bodyguard or like some kind of fearless,
yeah,
fuck, it's hard to get through Arnor. It
if
really
you're not
Angmar, I mean.
if you're not expecting it, it hurts. So
Oh,
it
man.
is a really good one, and I honestly think it's S.
I think it's yeah, I think it's S.
Maybe
Just
that's
making fucking
solely on the fact that that one game just sticks into my mind so often. But just
I think it's top of A. I don't think it's
I'll
quite
happily go for that.
S. It's still really good, but I think it's an army bonus that I could still actually go without. It depends on the way you're running Amar as well. Like you can like your Wagmar doesn't use this army bonus at
No,
all.
not at all.
Like not even a little bit. And so like there are ways to run Angmar without even touching this army bonus, and that's kind of fun.
Yeah, I rate it.
But man, when you do run it with it, it makes it hard. Um,
Uh,
yeah, Mordor,
Mordor. +1 courage
Mordor,
and re-rolling
reroll
ones
ones.
when you've
It's a
got more
good,
models on the table.
yeah.
Odds are you're going to have this army bonus, and
If you're running like a solid Mordor, yeah.
I've seen recently a lot of Mordor not having more numbers,
Yeah.
or not
And I
having the
think that's the thing. You can
yeah,
take it or leave it, I think, this one.
yeah. I I think it's good when you take it. Like if you're running Moran and Orc spam, this is
Mm.
very good.
It's really good.
Because
And
your
rerolling
strength
ones on
four,
strength
reroll
4.
ones.
Plus one
We'd
courage,
probably
regular
still
courage
forget
3.
about the reroll ones.
Oh yeah.
But
But like
the annoying
it
part of
is
this one is the bookkeeping of going, all right, do I have more models than you this turn?
yeah, absolutely. That
Um,
is and like even it's also even during the turn, because it's just like, do you have more models
oh,
than you?
yeah.
Like you can
Oh,
you can get halfway through a turn and then be like, oh, actually, I don't have more models than you now, so I'm not re-rolling these ones. Oh, now I do have more models than you, so I am. Oh, it's just a bitch.
yeah.
It's just a bitch.
I think it's
So for
solid.
that, it's going in the hole. Just
I
being a
was
bookkeeping a hell, it's going in the hole.
look, honestly, I was gonna say C tier, but hey, look, the whole works for me.
Oh, I think it's I think it's no, I think it's B tier, easy
Oh,
B tier.
okay.
Like I plus on courage and rerolling one's to wound. If you're outnumbering, sure, but like even just having those, that
Yeah.
is an easy B tier.
Fair.
Like
Fair
we've
enough.
put
Fair enough.
like Khazad-dum and Minas Tirith, it's the same as their armor bonus, only a little bit more situational,
Yeah.
like combined.
No, fair enough.
But yeah, it's a bookkeeping hell, so it's going in the hole.
Okay. Awesome.
The holes.
Um,
Moria. Ooh.
this one can be really fucking good. Uh,
Yeah, I think it's also another one where you can absolutely lose it though. Like
yeah. I like
it
if you
purely depends on how you're
prowlers
running your Moria.
prowlers fucking love this shit.
Prowlers with the Grublog
Yeah.
absolutely adore this
Because what
shit.
is it? Five? Five?
Like 5 Prowlers,
Yeah.
yeah.
The yeah, it's fine. I don't beyond that, I don't really care about it to be honest.
It really does help quite a lot for Moria, like when because that's what they want to do. They want to trap you.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's definitely like even within Moria, like you can just run a even still a pure Moria list and have no benefit from this army bonus whatsoever.
I see. The
Like,
thing is, I think solely because of how fight economy is working, that's something we've spoken about a lot
yeah,
recently. It gets you to fight three with
yeah,
your
potentially
regular
fight
boys,
4. Yeah,
potentially fight four, and fight three is not enough.
nothing. It's nothing.
If you
Like
get
it can,
yourself, if you get yourself to that fight four, sure,
yeah.
it's a lot
If
better.
you've
But
got if I it works if you're running a grobby spam Moria, that's when it actually comes in hugely clutch. Like just being able to go, oh hey, I've got like prowlers that are trapping that are now fight 5, or I've even just got regular warriors that are trapping that are now fight 4 is
mm,
actually really
that's
good.
yeah, 100%.
And like especially like coming up against a lot of those fight 5 armies, except for fucking the Easterlings who have all the models in the world. A lot of them are lower model count than you, so you can get those traps
Yeah,
fairly well. But fuck Easterlings, oh my god. Well, it's a solid. I think it's B. I think it's B.
yeah. I think just because of how situational and because there's so many different ways to run Moria, it feels like it's a very specific army bonus. I kind of think it drops down to C, to be brutally honest. I really do. It's just it feels so situational in the sense of like you need to build your list in such a way where it's gonna suddenly be
Yeah,
relevant. Like if you're
I
running
mean,
Monster Mash, if you're running,
yeah.
you know, fucking a variety of other things, you kind of go,
There's there's still even in like Monster Ashes and that kind of stuff, there is still benefits to it. Like you can still get the army bonus to go off. But yeah, no, I do see what you mean. I absolutely
yeah,
do. Like it's not an army bonus that I care too much about,
no.
but I think lowest of B
I'll
is just
take I'll
purely on the
take
fact
very low B. Yeah,
the purely on the fact that it like there is an army list out there that slaps with this.
yeah, that's fair.
Or
That's
that
fair.
gets a lot of benefit out of it anyway.
I'll take it.
I don't care about Isengard's army bonus though.
Nah,
No.
even the
I mean
woodland
like
creature aspect. Ah, I
yeah,
I just don't.
I could care less. It's like the biggest problem with the woodland creature version of this fucking army bonus now these days is that you've got two different legendary legions that give them woodland creature, and you run scouts and all that kind of stuff. If you're running scouts, you're not running pure Isengard, unless
No.
it's like you've got like a Malher contingent, and that's about it. Like, and having them have woodland creature is nice, but it's not necessary.
No.
And like the courage thing, like there's 3 other different things in Isengard that give you a courage buff. Like I fucking old mate Saruman, like his battle 12-inch that affects heroes stand fast is fucked. Fucking Ugluk, when he kills a lad,
Oh
he
yeah,
gets
the head taker. Yeah.
he does the exact same thing. Like you've already got enough little, and shamans even just in general, like you've already got enough courage bonuses that like not having to take courage checks until you're at the 66% dead, like
It's
I don't
just
really care.
take it. Oh, not even take it or leave it. Really, it's just not necessary.
It just doesn't do anything. It doesn't give
Yeah.
the army that much other
No.
than, yeah, okay, I don't have to make courage checks, but
If
like also if I'm running some Dunland contingent, I do, or if I'm running like some fucking wild riders, they have to make checks, and then I have to make the bookkeeping of seeing when I'm fucking at 66 as well instead of 50, and that's dumb as well.
I like. Uh, fuck! I just had a brain fade. I had
Oh,
something
he's
there.
dead.
I had a
Oh,
very
he's
good
dead.
thing there, and then it just disappeared on me.
Oh
Yeah, no,
no.
it doesn't matter. I don't say anything useful anyway.
Wow.
It can fuck right off. It can go to sea.
Honestly, I think it's going in the hole.
Oh
I
yeah,
think it's
fair
one of
enough.
the. It's definitely an army bonus that like I just
Don't care
don't
about.
like. It's like it's like a Rivendell's one. It's so situational
Hmm.
and so just like, oh look, yeah, maybe it comes off like once or twice every couple of games, but even then, like, does it matter that much? Not really,
No,
not really at all.
no. Happy in the hole. Um, Eastlings. This is one that I used to think was really shit, but I've seen it mainly now because of the Dragon Emperor making Eastlings quite popular. I've seen this army
Yeah,
bonus come into play a bit more, and I have seen, partaken in and watched, or not watched, but heard stories of people like winning games because of this army bonus.
the re-rolling.
The
Yeah,
re-roll.
I think it can for sure. Obviously, I think it is still much like the other ones, very situational. I think the benefit of this army bonus is actually the having +1 courage on breaking, because
Yeah.
suddenly you've got fucking your heroes who are not like terrible courage, but not amazing, are suddenly getting the +1s. You've probably got a War Priest in there, which is running around and giving a fucking huge bubble bonus as well. And then your fucking Easterling warriors like are courage 4, then the Black Dragons are courage 5. Like fucking hell.
Yeah.
I will
It
say it has way less use, the courage bonus, now that you've got the Dragon Emperor as Battlefield Wide Standfast, but it's still really good.
yeah. As I said, like I didn't rate that re-roll aspect of it, but I definitely see its value more. And as we've said about all courage buff army bonuses, it's always nice to have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will
Um,
say, yeah, like I think the re-rolling thing, if it comes up and wins you a game, obviously it's amazing, but I do think it's a lot more
I
situational.
in saying all this and the little bit of praise I've given, I could very much go without it. I could,
Yeah, I think
if it wasn't there at all, I would not miss it. The only reason I would put it in B tier and not C is the courage buff when broken.
it's the fact that it's got kind of both. So, like, obviously, they're both can be fairly situational, but like together, I think it makes a good army bonus. Whereas it's like there's a lot of like I think more situational army bonuses that don't have the benefit of being like a double army bonus. Really,
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna put it like
Yeah, a bit middle.
mid.
Mid B.
Maybe.
Midbury miniatures.
Midbury miniatures.
Mid B miniatures. Oh,
Miniatures, bro.
oh no, bro. Oh, but at full capacity tonight. Oh, we're gonna have to get you to come back.
We bought
Cardish.
the very eggs of canned. But oh, this is a pretty good army bonus, I'd say. I'm getting very South African there, actually. Fucking prawns. Oh my god. Yeah, look.
And anything that makes me not have to look at the bow limit makes me a very happy man.
Yeah, I love
And
a no bone limit. Army bonus.
This army can be a fucking bitch. Like,
I mean, the fact that this army bonus, like, you can't really run the troops in this army without this army bonus, like, at all. Like,
yeah.
the cavalry in this army are kind of what make the army solid,
Well,
or
that's
the
it.
chariots and that kind of stuff. Like, you can't run this army without the army bonus, and that, like, kind of already puts it fairly high up, just being, like, making the army solid enough to run. Like, yeah.
Look, it's very good. And when you've got, what is it? You can get, what was Cal doing a while ago? Like 60.
Like a fucking, like, 60 odd bloody Cardiff horseman with some kings and shit like that at 800 points.
Disgusting.
It 1,000 maybe? I can't remember, but still, it was stupid.
Oh yeah, it would have been 1,000 because I think he was going to do it for BrizCon. And he didn't have any chariots. He didn't have any kings. It was just chieftains on horse with.
I thought he had one king just for the.
They might have had a single king, but it was just everyone on horse, no chariots, and it was just like, cool. I'm going to run around the table. There's going to be no interactive gameplay for you. I'm just going to shoot you until I win.
Yeah. I mean, like, I will say that you get really crowded in that when you're doing that. And I think that's what he ended up finding, that he was like, oh, I can't actually do this because I just have too many models. But yeah, I like it. It's just being able to go, hey, I've got fucking like 40 shots this turn. Maybe they go off, maybe they don't, but now you've got to be so fucking careful of them because there's so many. It makes them one of the better evil shooting armies. Easily.
Oh yeah. Solid A, upper B, probably upper B. Maybe it's me saying thinking the army's not sensitive. Upper A, I'll take it. Serpent Horde.
Low A.
Serpent, I really like this one.
I mean, it's another really good shooting army. A really good bow limit, fucking poison weapons on the lads. Ooh.
Yeah, so the bow limit is what really draws me to this one. But the re-rolling one, because of poison weapons, for some reason, I would never forget this one.
Poison weapons. It's like when you go, my models have poison. I remember it. It's intrinsically linked to the model and
it's
like
also
their lore and shit.
Constantly, you, me, and many others, if we roll a 1, we will shout poison and re-roll our dice.
Especially shooting. Shooting. Like, you don't miss it in shooting for some reason.
We never forget it. Even when we don't have it as part of our army bonus, we never fucking forget it. But we still forget Khazad-dum because it doesn't have a cool name like poison.
It's not. Yeah, they don't get poison axes. They're just like, oh, you can re-roll them because of myth.
What the fuck am I going to shout? Oh, Khazad-dum army bonus. Nah, bro. Fuck that.
Nah, it just casual re-rolling one on poison. Ooh, nice.
Yeah, this one is very good, very good, and makes this army formidable. Yeah, solid A, if not higher up in A, to be honest.
I think actually
I kind of rate it above Fiefdoms, but that's a bit nitpicking. That's getting into the nitpicky of our tier lists.
Yeah, I think Fiefdoms, like, just the synergy on Fiefdoms is still better. Even the 50% bows, incredible, especially when you've got fucking like some even just maxing out bows on poison weapons, really good. But yeah, I think Fiefdoms just sit us a little bit higher.
Yeah, no, completely fair.
Harad.
This is a surprisingly good one. I say surprising. It's another courage courage bonus, courage benefit.
So many of these are courage. Hey, I just didn't
Yeah.
realize how many of these are courage until like properly looking through them. It's just like, oh yeah, they're fearless, or they get +1, or they re-roll, or like it's fucking so much courage. Hey,
But in like similar to Arnor, if you're
yeah,
running pure Farharad or even green allied Farharad, this is
yeah.
vital.
It is. When you've got
Absolutely
your
vital.
entire army is courage 2,
Yeah.
and even
You
your
got
kings
courage
are only
3
courage 5.
heroes. What's it?
Yeah, your chieftains
Courage
are
5
courage 3.
king, that's it. So yeah.
You kind of need this to just like you go, okay, I've passed the king charges in, now everyone passes. Like
Yeah.
and it's for those terror armies as well, like running into Angmar, like that's the only way this list actually makes it into Angmar and that kind of stuff. Like even not just fearless for passing courage, like for breaking and that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I also
It's
rate like you can play around with your opponent and put your hero in a certain position that makes them look a bit juicy for your opponent. So they'll go and charge in and you go, cool. Now everyone within 6 inches of that hero is fearless.
yeah.
Let's party.
Let's fuck up your Witch King, or let's fuck up your
Yeah.
your bears or something like that. Like we're just
Yeah,
gonna be able to
which is
charge
very, very nice. So I really do rate this one. This is just a very solid A, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
I think it's yeah.
Yeah,
It's
around the
very
other
similar to
couragey
Arnos.
ones.
Yeah, very similar to Arnos. Corsairs is one of the best army bonuses in the game, hands
Cooked.
down.
Very good.
So
Backstabber
fucking
special rule.
good.
Ooh,
Giving a horde army backstabbers. Oh, especially when half of them are fucking fight for, and you can get to like fucking. Oh man, just
yeah.
like being able to hit that hard with like a Dalamir or a fucking even just a Corsair captain with fucking re-rolling all failed wounds.
+1 to wound, re-rolling. This is big. And one that when you're playing Corsairs, I don't think I want to lose.
Yeah, no, I don't think you ever want to lose Corsair's army bonus. Like you can for sure, but I just don't
Yeah.
think it's one you really ever want to.
No.
I think it might be
I think it sits up in S. I really do. I'm there with you.
I think it's one of the best armor bonus in the game. Like it's just giving that entire little like they're cheap models, giving them all fucking +1s to wound.
Yeah.
When like the army is only strength 3, but like you can give them axes and shit like that. I mean, extra points obviously, but being able to like just be able to send them in and fucking hit hard like that. Ooh. Gives Reavers +2s to wound. Fuck. Fucking bullshit. Anyway. Oh, Jesus.
Sharky's Rogues.
One thing I want to say real quickly. I was like doing all the little screenshots to get all like, everyone's little names and all that kind of stuff. For this list, and Sharky's Rogues little fucking. Actually, I'm gonna zoom in. That's what I say. Sharky's Rogues little fucking like image here. Every single time I see it, I see one of those little like fake mask things with like the big nose and the mustache.
Oh, yeah.
The glasses, I can't remember what those are called, but it's every single
the
fucking
big
time
eyebrows, the big fucking nose, the fake glasses.
One of those, one of those fake disguise kits. Every single fucking time I see it,
I'm not going to unsee that.
It's the top of the shackles that make them look like big eyebrows.
Yeah,
it's just my god,
funny. That's so good.
I just needed to impart that onto everyone else watching this video, and now you'll also.
You couldn't be the only one.
Every time I see it, it just fucking hurts. I needed everyone else to see it. Battlefield Wide Standfast actually really good.
It's really, really good.
Really, really good.
Especially for ruffians. It's just a shame it's a shit army.
Yeah, the army's just garbage. The army bonus actually quite good.
Yeah.
It's another one of those the leaderless warbands and that kind of stuff, which is fine. Also makes the army possible, which is also good. But like, fuck, ruffians suck so much ass.
Yeah.
it is like giving your leader a battlefield-wide standfast is one of few
The best.
battlefield-wide standfasts in the game.
That's not
And
a
yet
legendary
it's
legion.
so shit.
Yeah.
It's so shit. He's also only courage 4 with 4 wins. Like,
Yeah.
even then, it's probably not even going off because he's gonna fucking actually live to do it.
You roll fucking double ones.
It's in the hole. It's in the hole. I can't stand it.
It's very good, and it gives the fucking heroless warband as well. But
yeah,
because of Courage 4 Sharkey, that's why it's
just
in the
like
hole.
Yeah, it's in the holes.
Probably gonna fail it.
Because you're 90% of the time you're probably gonna fail it, or he's already dead because he's only fucking D4, 2 wounds, 1 fate. Like by the time you're breaking with ruffians, unless he's sitting at the back of the fucking board, like when in a tournament game are you ever gonna break with ruffians? You've got like 150 fucking models. Like who's getting through that?
I remember going to a 1,000-point tournament, and I think the dude had like 95 ruffians or some shit. It was just, it might have even been fucking more.
I'm pretty sure you can get to like a solid 100 at 500 points.
None of his fucking games ended. It just
because you just can't get through that many models. Like even unless you've got like fucking like chariots or something charging through all the fucking ruffians, and because they're only D3, you get wounded them pretty often.
Oh, exactly.
Nah. Hurling through them, like obviously as well, but like I just don't see Sharkey surviving for this army bonus to come off. Anyway, fuck it, mug it off.
Thorin's company, reroll 1 to wound.
He reroll 1 to wound, and also it gives them all heroic march, which I think
that's the FAQ.
It might be the same as, I know this is now like probably 4 hours into the video, but I'm pretty sure Fellowship might have the same FAQ. I could be wrong, but I think they might.
I'm not 100% sure. Yeah.
But regardless, giving them Heroic March, that's probably the best thing about this army bonus. Because it's only 3 inches that they reroll ones. Like, fuck that. I don't give a shit. But Heroic March, actually, on this list, I'm actually the best thing.
It is well known that I'm not a big fan of Heroic March, but it is very good with this. It is very good with this.
When you've got so much, you're already going to have so much more might than your opponent, and you've only 5-inch move, or potentially 8 if you mount them on ponies, which makes it even better. It's just actually a really solid army bonus.
Very good. Yeah, solid. I think solid A.
Solid A. Middle A. I still reckon you can lose it, but like, fuck it.
It's good.
It's still good.
Army of Thror, fucking banger.
Also slaps.
6-inch banner slaps.
Yeah,
very good. Big fan. Big fan.
6-inch banner on your just like basically invincible fucking leader. Like D9, Arkenstone, 3 wounds. Like he can die. I've seen him die, obviously, but still. He is so tanky to be your 6-inch banner, and you don't have to put him in because you've already got 3 other fucking heroes that deal all the fucking damage. Man.
So I will say this: if he had a banner similar to Suladan that counted towards VPs,
it would be way better.
S tier.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't count towards VPs, it's a big A.
I think, because then it's like, oh, okay, if I want those 2 scenarios or whatever that banners count on, I have to take a banner. And it's like, and like sometimes you have to anyway, because especially if you're running like 800 points or whatever, sometimes pretty useful to grab a banner just purely on the fact that you've got that many models that you're not hitting those 6 inches, but still incredible. I still love it. I think it's
very solid.
Actually, I think it sits above Fiefdoms actually.
Yeah, I'd go I'd go behind Fiefdoms because you get Imrahil's 12.
Actually, Imrahil's a 12-inch banner. You're right.
Yeah,
you're
and all the other shit.
And all the other shit. Yeah.
What the fuck's Iron Hills? Because I know it gets more than just
so
Master of Battle, right?
Yeah. Dane gets 4 plus Master of Battle, but the other thing is they also they get Madril's special rule. Yeah, they get magical special, which actually
It's kind of
really
cool.
quite solid.
Especially if you're running a ballista, which I believe most Iron Hills players do. So
Yeah, I
being
fucking
able
hate it,
to
but yeah.
go up by one or down by one is absolutely solid.
Well, that being said, the ballista is always deployed first anyway. Like, I
No.
don't.
That's what I mean. So that you can, it's
Oh,
there,
deploy
and so
with
you
it.
can
Yeah.
then deploy with it potentially. To
Yes. No, that is
yeah.
it. That's true.
So for that, and if you're running the ballista, which I think most Iron Hills players should be,
And
I
I think the biggest thing is that it gives Dane 4+ Master of Battle. Honestly,
of course, that
like
is
that's huge.
it's so big we didn't really even need to talk about it. Let's be honest here.
No,
I
honestly,
it's a very high A tier.
very very high. I think now that's just behind. Oh, actually above Army of Thror. Actually, I think Master of Battle over fucking
Yeah. Oh, over a 6-inch
6-inch
banner
banner.
every day of the week.
Yeah,
Every day of the
yeah.
week. Like
I think
you could
6-inch
argue
banner.
that maybe it's S tier, but 4+ is where it
4+
sticks in
is where it
A
falls
for me.
apart. Yeah. If it was like 3+, it would be
Yeah,
S tier.
if fucking
Or if
Ratabi can
it's
get 3+, um,
there's another fucking army bonus that gives Master of Battle. I fucking tell you that's probably going in S tier. Jesus Christ.
Yep. Oh,
Oh
Hobbit
my
power
god.
creep. We're
Yeah.
diving into it.
Yeah. Oh man, this is also another 6-inch banner.
Dubakar
Uh
special rule.
Also slaps. Also
Yeah,
slaps.
I think it sits with Army of Thror.
Easy. I think it's actually better purely on the fact that
You don't
I
have as many
actually
numbers.
yeah, well, like it's an all-hero army that gets 6-inch banner, which is fucking
Yeah.
mental. Or you throw in now that it's got Old Dane giving that special rule, you can throw in fucking Iron Hills warriors that are now Erebor warriors, and they get the 6-inch banner.
Ooh, okay. Yep.
Very good. Very good. But yeah, slaps. Don't think we need to say any more about that. Lake-town's one, I don't know. Like,
I
what is
think
fucking Moneybags again? It's
you go up
that's
to
right.
fight 4 with your regular guard
fight
with Moneybags
and Braga.
and Braga within 6, but it moves up to 12 now, and
Which
you get a
actually
12-inch banner. So it
Oh
is
yeah, actually no, the banner. That's it. No, sorry, I thought it was just.
no,
It's a fight and no, yeah,
Yeah.
12-inch fight and banner. Never mind. Forget my air. Oh my god. That's actually really good.
It's very, very, very good. And like unlike Goblin Town, unlike Moria, where it takes you from fight 2 to 3, at least this takes you from 3 to 4, which
yeah, which is
that's big.
not quite the average anymore, but definitely still really good.
It's bringing you on par with the average, which is important. I believe.
Well, yeah, I don't know if I guess 5-4 is still the average. But
Yeah,
actually,
fight 5 is definitely not the average. Fight 4 is, but
5-5 is
five
pretty quickly becoming the
it's
average.
very, very quickly becoming. We'll see what the next supplement brings. Fight
Yeah,
5
honestly.
Numenor.
Fuck. GG. I think it's a solid A again.
I think I very much so do. I very much so do too. No, fuck.
I don't actually think it's better, even though it's a 12-inch banner. I don't think it's actually better than fucking Army of Thror and Erebor, just purely on their heroes being heroes and warriors being better. But still very, very good.
Well, they're the same fight value. When you it's situational in the sense that you have to use might to actually pull it off. It's not just innately there.
Not,
so yeah,
it's only going to go off twice a game. Like or well, potentially more because you can use Alfred to fucking really jack him up. But you use Alfred and then fucking Bomber, and then suddenly that armor bonus
suddenly it's fucking cooked. Yeah.
But yeah, solid.
Next one.
Bard's one, 12-inch banner, and the Standfast affecting heroes. Really
+1 fight value as well. It's basically the same. I think
but I think it's better at this point.
Oh yeah, no, it's because it also affects the heroes. I think it does it go above Army of Thror or behind Army of Thror? I think it goes.
Ooh, because like it affects Wait, no, where are they getting +1 fight? I thought it was just the banner.
No, so Survivors of Lake-town.
Oh, Survivor of Lake-town, sorry, yeah, is
Yeah.
the fight bonus and banner.
Fight,
Sorry,
yeah.
yeah. And also it's get a game wide because it doesn't cost them anything.
Yeah.
Stand fast affecting heroes as well, because all their heroes are actually really low courage as well.
Yeah.
So that also really helps. Other than Hilda, who was courage 5, by the way.
Legend.
But yeah. Man,
it either sits in front of Army of Thror or behind. Either way, I'm impartial.
Yeah, I mean, I will say, like, unlike
it's better than Lake-town.
Unlike Army of Lake-town, though, is that it only gets them to fight 3.
Actually, of course.
Yeah,
but
it does affect.
You don't have to spend might. It is just there.
You don't have to spend might, and it does affect the heroes, which I think.
I still think
more the rest of the army rather than like just Braga, basically.
Yeah. Look, I think it's above Army of Lake-town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just. Only just. I still don't think it's above Army of Thror.
Oh, Liam. This one.
Yeah, look. This is probably the best army bonus in the game.
It's fucking cooked. And that's me trying. No, I'm being biased as fuck.
You are being so biased. There's not a hint of bias. Man, the fact that 2 of your armies are about to be in fucking S tier.
Look, this like trying to push the bias away a little bit.
A little bit. Barely,
I would never run Dale without the 3+ shoot value.
No, you just don't.
The army.
It yeah.
Because is it it's the Dale Erebor Legendary Legion where you don't get the 3+ shooting?
You don't. Yeah.
That, apart from it being a bit icky as a Legendary Legion,
it's a shit Legendary Legion.
I would never run that Legion solely because suddenly this army is 4+ shooting. It's got to be 3+.
Yeah, I mean, even 4+ shooting is still really good with strength 3 bows. Like, there's a lot of armies that don't get that and are still, solid. But
it's the fact that it makes the 3+ shooting. It's the pseudo Horde. Like,
it's like the cheap models. Like
500 points. You're getting. You can comfortably get 12 bowmen plus like 2 captains with a bow and Girion with his bow.
Girion.
So it's stupid.
It's stupid. It is. It's so fucking good.
15 shots, potentially going up to 17 shots. Strength 3 of them strength 4. It's huge.
Yeah. So it makes this army so fucking busted. It's got to be S tier.
It's got to be. It just has to be. It's very very good. Halls of Thranduil. I like this one.
I do like it. I will say that I don't think it's like.
It's not groundbreaking.
Yeah, I don't think it's incredible. I don't think it's like make or break on the army. But yeah, it is really good. Like getting a +1 fight.
Yeah. It's the Merkle Rangers not counting to the bow limit. Which is huge, and +1 to wound 3 inches of Thranduil. That's where it's fucking
+1 to wound. I thought it was +1 fight.
No. It's +1 to wound. Now, what back in my day, when I first got back in, when I got back into the hobby, when this edition had just come out, I remember walking 2 Palace Guard captains into Durin, with a couple of spear sports and melting him like butter because of the +1 to wound and a +1 fight value.
I got confused. The Palace Guards and Palace Captain at the +1 fight. That's what confused me. So I was like, they have +1 fight within 3 inches.
So you're getting
that's not the army bonus. That's just
fight 7 captains.
Fight 7 captains, fight 6 warriors within 3 inches of him, and then they're getting +1
and
to
then
wound
+1
to
it. it's very, very good. The 3 inches
Yeah.
kind of sucks, but hey, you can do a lot with
Yeah.
3 inches. Um, and
Hey.
and technically speaking, it's kind of 6 inches.
I mean, yeah, well, either side of him, yeah.
Yeah,
And then
exactly.
also you can throw him on a bigger pace and it does more as
And
well.
that as well. That's probably the only reason you'd ever see me take the elk is
it's
to
just
give
making
that
that more.
slightly extra. That's yeah.
Yeah.
So I
I
think
mean,
it's
yeah, it
solid
is, it
solid
is good.
A,
It's a
a
solid A as well.
good solid A. Fuck's Ratty Daddy's
Where though?
Alliance do again.
It's just the +1 strength with the fucking eagle. It's the Eagle's army bonus. It's
Oh,
just so
fucking
dumb.
chuck that into C. Let's not even talk about it.
I don't know where Thranduil sits.
Um,
I'll assume middle.
yeah, just
I don't know if it goes above like Lake-town and shit.
look, honestly, I think I'd put it above Lake-town. I think I'd put it in between Army of Thor and Erebor Reclaimed.
Ooh.
That's just gut instinct is I'm putting it there.
Yeah. I mean, actually, well, I don't know. It's just like because it's only 3 inches and like it kind of forces you to play on a weird play style. I'm not I'm not a huge fan of army bonuses that like kind of force you to make the army
To
a
do
certain
something.
way.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I don't know. There's a lot of army bonuses that do that, and like that's fine. I don't know. Like it's.
I'm happy where it is. I'm
It's
happy where you
fucking.
just had it, but is what it is.
No, I think it's above the
Yeah.
survivors and armies.
I'm very happy there. The Eagles are coming. Chuck it into C again.
It's in the hole this time because it's a duplicate.
Yep.
I
Fair enough.
I don't give a shit about it. It's a fucking duplicate. Why not make it a sick fucking like Radagast, gets fucking re-rolling spells or something. Like his alliance, he does all this shit. Like give it something sick. Don't just fucking go, oh yeah, it's just the Eagles army bonus again because there's Eagles in that, I guess.
Yeah.
That's so boring. So fucking boring. Oh my god.
What is this one?
Oh,
Fucking White Council.
re-rolling. We get +1 dice when resisting magic. Also boring.
Yeah,
You know what? Fucking in the hole as well.
Look.
Oh, it's C tier.
Yeah, it's not the whole. You're not running White Council. You're running Vanquishers.
It's just not a good army bonus anyway. And also that army bonus is in Vanquishers. Like
Yeah.
they already get that special rule. Like I can absolutely happily lose the White Council's army bonus, and many people clearly also agree because that's why fucking Galadhrim got knocked down from Hero of Valor.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Here we go. Our favorite one.
Fucking
Um,
bastard. I fucking
S
hate
tier,
that
and let's
this
not
has to go
talk
on S
about
tier.
it.
I hate that it has to go on S tier.
Yeah, me too.
Oh,
Master of
gosh.
Battle. That's all we got to say.
Yep. 50% bows and
Solid.
shoot value improving. It does make
Solid.
them also one of the best evil shooting armies.
Yeah.
And then you throw Morgul arrows into that, and that really slaps.
Yeah.
I think it's like a
I think it's
fucking. I think it sits around Serpent Horde,
yeah.
actually.
I think below Serpent Horde, in my opinion, just because I rate.
Yeah,
poison.
the re-rolling. Yeah, the re-rolling one. Re-rolling actually makes it better.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Alrighty. Powers of Dol Guldur. Where's that one again? What are we?
It's he basically gets an extra will or free will when he's casting. He gets an extra dice when
Okay,
he's
yeah.
casting.
That's very good. It's very solid.
It is really good,
Especially
giving
when
him
will is your
incredible
fate and you wanting to cast magic most turns.
Yeah,
It's very
Yeah.
good. It's very good.
I think it's solid. I think it's probably around here in
Yeah.
A tier, but
That works for me.
it's also one that you can pretty happily lose. I think especially if you're not running the Necromancer.
Yeah. Oh, exactly.
It's very specific, that one.
Just him.
Yeah.
Oh, the Dark Denizens of Mirkwood. This is very wordy.
It's just another warband hero thing. It's literally
yes,
that's all it is.
Models do not need a hero.
It's just that it's more specific because it's like, okay, wargs need
Spot.
6 models, or spiders only need 3 or 2 or something like that. It's like it's a bit more specific. It's
And
fine.
spiders can lead spider. Yeah, fair enough.
It makes the army usable.
Yeah, which makes
only got one hero.
Yeah, which makes it
but honestly,
good.
B.
Yep, fair. Because you
Doesn't
can
do
ally
much.
them in and not have an issue. Easy peasy.
Yeah, just ally in the queen and get 15 fucking spiders. It doesn't matter.
Um. Oh,
The fucking Horde Goblin Town.
so
Yeah.
in my mind, I was like, oh, their army bonus is Chittering Horde. And I was like, that's going to be S tier. But they just have Chittering Horde. Chittering Horde's fucking.
That's Shire and what they already have. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fun.
So
It
increase
it
warband
allows this
size by
army to
6.
horde.
Yeah.
This army wants to horde. It allows the army to horde, like without taking a fuckload of captains, which, well, like they still do, but at least they don't have to take as many.
Yeah. Solid B.
Like, yeah,
Just just somewhere in B.
B. It's fine. It's fine.
Just B. It's just being
Trolls.
there.
We're powering through it now. We're fucking coming up to the end. I can see the finish line. We're finishing really, really badly. It's not a strong finish.
I'm very tired
trolls.
after a big day of work. But yes, the trolls.
The problem with the trolls list is that they're only like 400 points as an army.
Yeah.
And so like their army bonus is really solid. Like having the campfire count as a banner, as well as all the effects that it already provides, is really nice. It also makes them around 400 rather than 415.
Oh, you get it for free.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like the
Oh, yeah. I get you. Sorry.
Like rather than paying the 15, it makes them
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
400. I don't care though, because you can't really run pure trolls.
If there was, for whatever reason, a 400-point tournament, which I don't think I've ever attended. I think they have weird 450-point tournaments overseas in like the UK and stuff.
They do a lot. Like I know a lot of overseas ones. Yeah, they do them. But
if you're running 400 points and you want to take trolls, just take the campfire. It doesn't matter. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, just chuck her in CA.
It's honestly, actually, I don't. I like it's C. Yeah,
I think
just like I don't care.
It's a banner effect, which is what puts it in C and not the whole.
That's true. Like if it's 400 points and you're only running them at 400 points, then yes, it can be really good. But they don't have any green alliances, and you can't really run them any. You cannot run them higher. So like, fuck it.
Yeah.
The best army bonus in the game.
Yeah, this is S tier.
This is absolutely S tier.
The reason it is the best army bonus, the reason it is in S tier, it's in Smaug tier, is because it doesn't need an army bonus.
Yeah. It's just, I just love that. I love that
you have a dragon.
He's a dragon. Like you've got a dragon. Fuck you. Like you don't need
your army bonus is a dragon. So enjoy.
Yeah,
and
I can't argue with it.
Someone's going to point out that we didn't do Wanderers in the Wild. They wandered.
They're not an army. They're not an army. Is the problem? Like
they're a bunch of
technically. Smaug is technically an army. Wander in the Wild, there's no army.
They're just people.
They're lads.
Just a couple of dudes,
guys.
Dudes with walking and hiking shoes. That's it.
Couple of lads being dudes, guys being
lads
fellas.
Being dudes. Well, we
finished so. It was like a wet fart of a finish, but
a wet fart. It's round 6 of fun time with the missus, and you're just out of gas. That's how this has ended. It's just
you just gotta go to bed at some point.
It's just puff and dust.
Yeah, at some point you just gotta throw it on the towel. Look,
gotta clean up your mess. It's the army bonus. I'm very happy we did this finally after us talking about it for so long. And for the most part, I'm very happy with where everything is. I'll be honest, I kind of thought the only one that was going to be in the hole was Rivendell.
I think I agree with everything but Mordor, and that's only because Mordor's only in there for that dumb fucking bookkeeping. Like, it is actually a solid army bonus, but I genuinely do think, like, the Eagles for Ratty, I hate that it's just the fucking Eagles bonus. I hate that.
It needs to be something else.
Sharkey fucking needs more courage or to be able to live. Fuck that. Isengard doesn't need it. Like it doesn't do anything for them.
I genuinely think like J Claire has done a solid, with the army bonuses. Great addition to the game to start off with.
Yeah.
But also he's clearly done a good job if we're able to fit this many into A, and even the ones that have slumped into B, they're still solid,
Yeah,
but
they're still good.
they just
The
don't
the
quite
C tier ones, bad.
C tier
The
ones,
whole ones,
yeah,
bad. But
very bad. But for the most part, yeah,
there
I'm
are
very
some
happy.
really good armor bonuses.
I'm the one I'm most chuffed about is Dale and S tier. I don't care about the Rangers being in S tier, but Dale and S tier, oh, it makes me so happy.
It does make sense. Like I can't refute that them getting +3 and 3+ shooting, I mean, is
So
anything
cool.
but on like they really helps that army so fucking much.
Yeah, anecdotal evidence again. Just being able to shoot your dwarves and kill your dwarves before they got to me. Admittedly, that is solid rolling, but
it was really good rolling. I was
if
also
you're
like,
not,
maybe
if I'm not hitting on those 3+s, it's not as effective. So
it was literally. I think it might have been my first game with dwarves as well.
it might have been our first ever game together, to be honest.
I think it was. I think it was.
I very much
just
think it was.
absolutely railed those fucking Khazad-dum
Yeah.
boys. Holy shit.
That was when
Oh,
only Nick Rendell scared me as a player in Queensland. Now everyone's fucking scaring me.
now there's another Nick that scares you.
Yeah.
Oh.
I taught that man. Why did I do that? I
That
gave
too
him 2
much.
banners.
You like a Sith master. You gave your apprentice too much, and now he's coming back to kill you.
He's gonna kill me.
All right.
We're done.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
We've already done the Patreon shout out, so
We did that at the beginning. Yeah, pretty much. Love you. Bye.